Greetings, English scholars. This video is going to show you how to take a Google Doc and put it in MLA format. MLA format is the standard format for essays for English classes. Other curriculums may ask you to put them in a different format, but in English class, this is what you will use. It is actually the most commonly used format in high schools. To start with, you're going to go to docs.google.com. It's going to bring you to this window. Now, down here at the bottom, let me move this out of the way a little bit, you see all of my recent documents. Okay? Up here you see something called the template gallery. We're going to click on that. You may see right here where it says Report MLA. If you don't see that, you can click on Template Gallery, and it drops down and gives you a lot more of these things to do. We're going to stick with MLA for now. So we're going to double click this. And it opens up our template. This does not count as cheating. Okay? This is a template made for you to use. We're going to close EasyBib over here. We'll talk about that in another lesson. The first thing I want you to do is go up here where it says name, where it says report, and change it to something you can find. I'm going to call this MLA template example. Okay. You see the standard font, Times New Roman 12. Everything is double spaced. This is gibberish Latin. It means nothing. But the idea is if you see these words in here, you have not deleted something you need. Double click right up here. This is your header and your page number. Your last name goes right here, with a space between your last name and the page number. If you do it that way, it will automatically change your page number to 2 or 3 as you write your paper. The next part of this is pretty simple, isn't it? Your name. I'm going to set this up as if I was writing my grad school paper. Professor name. That's a Mary Sullivan. A note on this, unless you have a doctor here, you would probably just put Mr. or Mrs. You always have to have what we call the honorific. You can't just put Hagee. You can't just put Linson. You can't just put Spinks. You have to have the Mr. or the Mrs. in front of it. The subject name is your class name. Okay? English 520 is my class name. The date. Now notice this is different. It goes day, month, and year. So today is the 1st of June, so I will say 1 June 2020. I do not put the 0 in front of the number if it's less than 10. Just the number. The title of your report. Okay? You cannot say my essay. You cannot say this is my essay. You want to say something like Milestone 3. That was the title of my milestone in my graduate English course. This is what you had to do. These are section heads. Your teacher may or may not require them, but this is how you would use them. All caps, flush left. Okay? What you're going to do from this step, however, is erase all of these things right here, because I do not need any of them in my paper. And I start typing. Ooh, setting is an important aspect of any story or any creative writing piece. Just start writing your essay. The works cited, you may go ahead and delete that as well. We'll talk about that in another lesson. This is the very basics of MLA format. In my classroom, I will not grade your paper, period, unless you turn it in MLA format. We have a format because it gives us a common font, it gives us a common spacing, it gives us a common standard so that we're not trying to sort through Comic Sans and Wingdings and a bunch of other different fonts or a bunch of other different paper lengths. It keeps everything the same so we can focus on the content. That is how MLA format works. In Google Docs, Microsoft Word has a very similar setup. This is the most simple thing you can get correct on your paper. If you have any questions about this, please ask as always. But come back to this video. I will leave it up so that you know how to get into MLA format in all of your essays.